What's up guys, this is Lord Eisen, welcome back to my channel. The world of comic books and the world of anime are more similar than some fans may realize. For instance, Z fighters like Goku, Vegeta, and Krillin from Dragon Ball are no different than modern-day superheroes out of the DC universe. In the same vein, villains like Broly would fit right at home in a universe that houses equally overpowered lug-heads like Doomsday. It begs the question, what would happen if these two worlds collide? Specifically, what would happen if the most prominent superheroes within the DC universe were to square up against the legendary Super Saiyan? The results would vary, depending on each hero. To his credit, Batman may last longer in a fight with Broly than one would expect out of someone without any superpowers. That fight would not be very long, but because of his craftiness and superior intellect, the detective's defense would be smart enough to evade the monstrous god for as long as he could. Still, Batman is merely a man with some high-tech gadgets within a utility belt. His best arsenal would have to be either the Batmobile or an armored batsuit, and those would just do more to slow Broly down than actually stop him. The Martian Manhunter may be one of the most deceptively powerful members of the Justice League. He's already been established as not only the strongest telepath of his race, but also someone who's potentially mastered his telepathic abilities better than anyone else in the universe. Out of all of his abilities, his biggest edge over Broly is mental manipulation, which allows John that ability to either distract Broly with a realistic illusion, or just shut the Saiyan's brain down completely in the blink of an instant. This doesn't even begin to factor in other useful techniques like invisibility. Even though Broly is set to grow both faster and stronger than his opponent the longer that he fights and the longest that he stays in his legendary Super Saiyan 4, the Flash may still have a leg up on him on grounds of literally being the fastest man alive. However, speed makes for only good defense against Broly for only so long. He's still not stronger than Broly. Broly's options to counter the Flash's speed would be to either use his reflexes to grab the speedster in an instant, or just blow up the surrounding planet around them if he gets tired of trying to chase him. For the record, this goes for any and every member of the Green Lantern Corps. In the DC universe, the Green Lantern ring basically serves as the ultimate cheat code. One never needs to be stronger, faster, or even smarter than their opponent, as the ring alone can produce projections that outmatch the opponent. If the Lantern ever finds themselves in a bind against Broly, they can use the ring to manifest, say, an unbreakable chain link to bind the giant permanently, or perhaps manifest a loaded truck to pound into Broly. Much like Batman before her, Wonder Woman withstands a greater chance against Broly than some people may give her credit for. It's not a great chance, obviously, but one greater than some would expect. After all, she has defeated Superman canonically among DC's strongest heroes, on more than one occasion. However, facing Broly would provide Wonder Woman a whole different ballgame from what a fight against Superman offers. Namely, she wouldn't be fighting an opponent who will go easy on her. Broly's unleashing every ounce of his brute force on her. Speaking of those among DC's strongest heroes, Spectre may very well canonically be the strongest overall character in the DC universe, if not, at least the strongest superhero. As the embodiment of God's anger, he has every power one would imagine the god to have. Plus, as an anti-hero, Spectre does not have some sort of a no-killing rule to worry about. He wouldn't hold back against Broly, and wouldn't stop until either the Saiyan's heart stops or his head lands off of his shoulders. Okay, admittedly, this one isn't even fair. In a team comprised of almighty aliens, lasso-wielding Amazons, and speedsters, AQUAMAN can talk to fish. And unlike most members of the Justice League, AQUAMAN can bleed out and die from a simple bullet wound. Just imagine what a ki blast from Broly would do to that man. If nothing else, AQUAMAN at least has a sharp trident on his side, but honestly, it'll probably break in half if he tried to stab Broly with it. AQUAMAN does not stand a single chance. This would truly be a battle of endurance for the ages. While Broly pretty much gets stronger the longer he fights and stays in his final form, SHAZAM can't actually die, unless you count Injustice, which you shouldn't because the retcon established rules for the character. Yes, Billy Batson can die, but only in his normal human form. He can't die if he stays in his SHAZAM form. As long as he avoids saying SHAZAM in mid-battle and Broly avoids depowering, this fight could rage on forever. However, since Broly seems more likely to depower out of exhaustion, SHAZAM may win this one. This goes double for HawkGirl in case HAWKMAN decided to tag out so his partner could come in, or if you wanted to double team Broly with some backup. Double teaming Broly would be wise in this scenario, but there is only so much damage that two feathered birds can do. To loosely quote Frank Ocean, what's a bird to God? Hawkman's only real ability is the ability to fly, but for someone as fast as Broly, Hawkman's is merely a moving target who can be plucked from the sky easily. He can also breathe underwater, so he's just as useful as AQUAMAN in this fight. This is probably the fight you have been most curious about, as Superman would likely be Broly's most challenging adversary. DC's mightiest hero versus an alleged legendary Super Saiyan. This may be the only fight on this list that actually could go either way. Both have strengths and weaknesses over the other that give them an edge, but what gives Superman the edge is a case of brains versus brawn. Even if Broly can outmatch Superman in pure strength, some of that strength is untapped potential, because he's using his abilities at random in an angry feral huff, like say, the Hulk. Superman can actually think through the fight, and the right strategy could put the beast down for good.